Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. So my name is Prakriti P. I'm a second year computer science engineering student studying in Sri Venkateshwara College of Engineering, and today I'm here to give a presentation on the topic stem cells and its types in the subject biology for engineers. So my topic, basically I'll be giving an explanation on stem cells, its properties, importance and its types, and I'll also be talking about some of the applications of stem cells and the ethical considerations of stem cells and what the future stem cells research tells us about the stem cells, and then I'll conclude my presentation. So I'll be speaking, let us dive into the topic, which is stem cells. So stem cells are basically the cells which have the potential to develop into many other different types of cells in our body, and these serve as the repair system for the body. And there are mainly two types of stem cells which are basically known by everyone, which is the embryonic stem cells and the adult stem cells. And some of the unique properties of stem cells is that they have the ability to self-renew, and they can recreate the functional tissues, which are basically not possible by other cells such as muscle cells, blood cells and nerve cells. And the main unique property of stem cells, we can say that is it can replicate many times, but other cells cannot do that. So why are stem cells important? Stem cells are very important because they give rise to other cells which have specialized tasks, and they generate new cells which are called the daughter cells after the division in the lab, and they can under the correct conditions and in the body. And stem cells can also differentiate into variety of cell types, and stem cells are basically utilized to replace the tissues which have been already destroyed. So types of stem cells, there are mainly four types, which is embryonic, adult and induced, pluripotent and mesenchymal stem cells. So embryonic stem cells, these are the fertilized egg where it begins to divide immediately, and after the cells in the young embryo are tollipotent cells. These cells form a hollow structure within a few days, and the cell in one region of the group together to form an inner cell mass, and this contains the pluripotent cells which make up the developing fetus. So the embryonic stem cells basically have five types of stem cells, which is classified or have five types, which is the tollipotent, pluripotent, multipotent and oligopotent and unipotent stem cells. Adult stem cells. Adult stem cells is the second type of stem cells where the stem cells are obtained by developed organs or tissues. These help us to repair and replace the damaged tissues in the region where they are located. For example, the hematopoietic stem cells which are found in the bone marrow, and these stem cells are used in the bone marrow transplant to treat specific types of cancer. Induced pluripotent stem cells. These are the third type of stem cells where the stem cells have been, these cells are tested or arranged by converting tissue specific cells into embryonic cells in the lab, and these cells are accepted as an important tool to learn about the normal development and onset progression of the disease, which are basically also very helpful in testing various drugs. And these stem cells also share some of the characteristics of as embryonic cells, and we can say that these have the potential to give rise to different types of cells in our human body. So mesenchymal stem cells, these are the cells which are basically formed from the connective tissues surrounding the other tissues and organs, and which is known as the stroma. And these mesenchymal stem cells are basically accurately called the stromal cells, and the first mesenchymal cells were found in the bone marrow, which is capable of developing bones and fat cells and cartilage. And there are many different types of mesenchymal stem cells which are basically used to treat various diseases, and they have been developed from different tissues of the human body. And the characteristics of mesenchymal cells is to depend on an organ from where they originate. The embryonic stem cells can further be classified into pluripotent stem cells, pluripotent stem cells, and multipotent stem cells, and oligopotent stem cells and unipotent stem cells. So the tolipotent stem cells, they can differentiate into all possible types of stem cells. Pluripotent, they can these are the cells from the early embryo, and they can differentiate into any type of cell. And the multipotent stem cells are these can differentiate into closely related stem cells, which is the hematopoietic stem cells, which can differentiate into red blood cells and white blood cells. And the ovulopotent stem cells are the stem cells where the adult lymphoid or the myeloid cells are called as the oligopotent cells, where these can differentiate into few different types of cells. And the unipotent stem cells are the stem cells which can produce cells which are on their own type, and they have the ability to renew themselves, and they are known as the unipotent cells, stem cells, which is the muscle stem cells. So it's an example of unipotent. Applications of stem cells. Now I'll be speaking about few of the applications, which is tissue regeneration, treatment of cardiovascular disease, and treatment of brain diseases and blood disease treatment. These are the main types of applications of stem cells, where we can say tissue regeneration is the first one, where it is stem cells are basically very important in tissue regeneration, as it can grow any specific type of tissue or organ. This can help in kidney and liver transplant, and doctors can also use these stem cells to from the beneath the epidermis to develop the skin tissue that can repair severe burns and other injuries which is caused by tissue grafting. So, treatment of cardiovascular diseases. A team of researchers have been developed the blood vessels in mice by using the human stem cells. So within 2 weeks of implantation of these blood cells, they have formed a network where where it was very efficient as the natural vessels. So the stem cells can be used in both tissue regeneration and treatment of cardiovascular diseases. Treatment of brain diseases. Stem cells are basically used to treat diseases such as the Parkinson disease and Alzheimer's diseases, and they can help in to renew the damaged or regenerate the damaged brain cells. And these researchers have also tried to differentiate the embryonic stem cells into mainly the different types of cells, where it can make the cure of the disease, treat the disease as soon as possible. Blood disease treatment. Now this is one of the most important application, where adult hematopoietic stem cells are basically used to treat diseases such as cancer, sickle cell anemia, and other immunodeficiency diseases. These stem cells are used to produce red blood cells and white blood cells in the body. So some of the ethical consideration of stem cells is that the current ethical controversies regarding stem cell therapy is focused on unlimited differentiation of potential of iPSCs, and which can be used in human cloning, and also has a risk of generation of human embryos and human animal chimeras. And then adult stem cells may not be able to manipulate to produce all cell types, but it has limits how adult stem cells can be used to treat other diseases. Even if it has a limitation, it can be used for treating other diseases, and also can be used for certain it can be having more useful even if it has some irregularities, such as due to weather environmental hazards or toxins, or errors due to cells during replication. So future stem cell research. The future stem cell research tells us that we can control the immune system and encourage the tissue regeneration holding potential for treating autoimmune illnesses, and the future studies will also concentrate on creating a secure and efficient stem cell treatment for diseases such as type 1 diabetes and rheumatic arthritis and multiple other diseases. So I would like to conclude my presentation by saying that stem cells have an amazing potential to treat diseases and repair damaged tissues. These can also help in any cell type, making them incredibly useful in medical research and therapies. So, which means that they bring hope and new treatments. They bring hope for new treatments, and they can be used for use them in ethical and practical challenges, which basically regarding the sources and newer methods like reprogrammed adult cells and after promising solutions. As we learn more and more about the stem cells, it can revolutionize the medicine and helping us to cure more diseases, and it can also be like it can currently treat many diseases and also improve our lives. And this was the end of my presentation, and I'm really thankful for you guys for watching my video until the very end. See you guys in my next one.